Okay, hey folks, we're working on a 1999 Buick Century with 3.1 liter motor. If you can't already tell, we got the harmonic balancer we're working on. Here's the old harmonic balancer. It came apart. That is no good. The rubber just gave way, was spinning up in there. So there you go. Fortunately, it actually happened whenever my wife was backing out of the carport, and she noticed that the steering wasn't turning. That's because the belt wasn't turning. So there you go. Anyway, back to the subject at hand. So we got this harmonic balancer we were trying to pull off. Well, I went and got the harmonic balancer puller, which I suggest if you don't have the tool for that already, and you're going to go buy one or rent one, get the kit that's the installation and puller kit. So anyway, I didn't realize I needed that. First I thought I had the stuff to do it with, but there's a harmonic balancer puller. And the weird thing was, it only came with, next to my thumb here, two black 3/8 by 16 thread 4-inch bolts. Well, you can't do something like this with two bolts, because your bolts they'll bend. Everybody that does any mechanic work knows that. I knew that, so there you go. So what I did was I went and got some bolts. So I got actually 6 of them, but I only need 3, but you never know, something's going to break or whatever. So I got some shorter ones than 4-inch, because they don't need to be 4-inch. You got this fender up here that by the time you get your third bolt in there is going to be in the way. So only get what you need to have. Maybe like somewhere between, say, 2.5 to 3-inch bolt is plenty. So that's for this vehicle. Anyway, so when I got it off the harmonic balancer, I noticed that the sensor for a harmonic balancer, which would be the crankshaft position sensor, was broken. Of course, that runs on the inside there. That's what all those fins are for, is to pick up the harmonic balancer and sends that timing. You get all that. So to do that, you take out that bolt and that bolt to take it loose. Remove that bolt, and then just tug on that bracket there. It comes right off of the wire. And then what you need to do is you need to get under the car, because believe me, trying to do anything from the top of the car is very futile. And what you got is, you can see that the wire comes up right around there. There's the end of it. Okay, so now you can see, if I can hold this thing steady, well, you can see that kind of white thing going. You got a big knob on the right and kind of goes through towards the left there in the picture. Well, that has to slide out. So take a flathead screwdriver and just push that out, push it all the way out, and then separate your two wiring harness pieces there. Okay, you need to do that, like I said, from under the car, of which you will have to take the oil filter off first. It's in the way. It's poor design because you just can't get to it, but I guess because it's a car, that's the way they're doing it. So anyway, take your oil filter off, take that little plastic pin out right there, and then what you're going to want to do is grab a hold of this wire right here and just give it a yank. And in the top of the wiring harness up here is one of those plastic like a body clip plug. So just give it a yank, it'll break that off. I tried everything to do it the other way, pushing it through and everything. Finally, after like an hour messing with it, yanking it off, and then taking something like a long flat screwdriver, or preferably something big like this where it won't slip off, a big pry bar. Take that pry bar, slide up in there, and hit it a few times or a couple times real good with a hammer, and you'll knock that plug out of there, and voila, your wire's out. So going to put it back, what you want to do is you want to, from this side, slide it back up through there. No, excuse me, I got it wrong. Hook your wire up on the other side of there before you do anything. Hook your wire back up, put your retainer pin back in. Slide this through this way, and it's much, much easier. By the time I figured all this out, I literally spent like 15 minutes as opposed to the hour I did beforehand just trying to get it out of there. So plug it in, put your retainer in, slide the centre back out here, bolt it back down, put your bracket back on, and there you go. Now for your seal, you just go get your seal for this, your front seal, crankshaft seal, however you want to put it. Anyway, so you do that. The proper size socket for it to put it in there, if you can find one, it's probably going to be somewhere, well, the size I used was a 1 9/16 inch socket. All I had on hand actually was like a CV axle socket. It was too small to work because it would have punched the rubber back out of there. So I needed something bigger. So I had a friend of mine that loaned me a socket that was big enough, and you just tap it right in there. Of course, I had the socket on the end of an extension where I could reach out here and hammer it. So now we're down to the part where I get to try to put on the harmonic balancer. So I want to try and do that, and I'll be back in a very short time.